Hey there guys, hope you've been doing well as we welcome you back to another great video on our channel. Sometimes life takes precedence over athletics. We get spectacular moments when the appropriate individuals are engaged. We frequently read and hear about ego and me-first athletes. The good ones, on the other hand, are frequently missed in the clamor and bustle. So let's check out the top 5 most beautiful gentleman moments in sports. Number 5. Despite the narrowest Ashes victory ever, Freddie Flintoff consoles Brett Lee. Anyone who watches cricket knows that England and Australia have a symbiotic relationship, and the Ashes is one of the most intensely contested series in sports. Although insults are regularly flung and mental warfare ensues, you will occasionally witness signs of sportsmanship. The most notable example was England's stunning 2005 series victory, which they saw reclaim the urn for the first time since 1987. England appeared to be on track to tie the series in the second match at Edgbaston when Australia stormed back and was only 3 runs away from victory. However, England won the Ashes by the smallest margin ever thanks to an athletic catch. Even though Australia's Brett Lee was heartbroken, England's Freddie Flintoff consoled him rather than engaging in the celebrations. Later, Flintoff remarked that he admired Lee and he didn't deserve to lose. Number 4. In the 1936 Olympic Games, kind advice was given. The Olympics are known for their outstanding sportsmanship, which is one of the reasons why they're so entertaining to watch. The most famous case happened at the 1936 Berlin Olympics when the long jump event was held. Louis Long of Germany qualified for the finals with a magnificent Olympic record leap, while Jesse Owens of the United States was on the verge of being disqualified after fouling on his first 2 tries. The German instructed him to move his takeoff position back before his final try to avoid fouling again. Owens made it to the finals and won gold with a new world record, while Long had to settle for silver. All of this happened in front of Adolf Hitler, whom Owens befriended before his death in World War II. After Long's death, Owens maintained touch with his family. Number 3. A pact between 2 opposing teams. Teams in professional sports will frequently go to any length to win. This frequently indicates a lack of sportsmanship. However, this isn't always the case with child sports. With barely 10 seconds left in a freshman football game between Benton and Maryville in 2009, Maryville held a dominating 46-0 advantage. Coach Dan McCamey of Benton called a stoppage and introduced 15-year-old Matt Ziesel, a freshman with Down syndrome who had been on the squad but never played into the game. McCamey addressed Maryland's defensive coordinator and requested whether Ziesel could score on a touchdown run. Most teams would prefer a shutout, but they gave it to Ziesel, who scored his first touchdown in a heartwarming moment marked by outstanding sportsmanship. McCamey subsequently commented on how significant that play was and how it affected Matt Ziesel. Number 2. Roddick rectifies the call on game point. Andy Roddick is one of the most ferocious and competitive sportsmen in the world, but he also showed exceptional sportsmanship and respect for his opponent and the game during the 2005 Rome Masters. Roddick got match point on his second serve in his 3rd round encounter against Spaniard Fernando Verdasco. Roddick was given the win by the linesman, but he pointed out the ball mark on the clay, proving that it was in, and the call was reversed. Roddick was eliminated from the tournament when Verdasco won the match. Roddick was afterwards congratulated by Verdasco, who described him as a fantastic sportsman. This is undoubtedly accurate, since many would simply accept the win and blame the umpire for making a call error. Roddick, on the other hand, was knocked out despite his sportsmanlike conduct, yet he went on to have a successful career anyway. Number 1. Jack Nicklaus at the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup is a golf match between Europe and the United States that's hotly contested, but sportsmanship triumphed in 1969 owing to a spectacular deed by Jack Nicklaus in his maiden Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup had been dominated by the United States up until this point, but things were knotted as the last pair, Nicklaus and Britain's Tony Jacklin, teed off on the 18th. Nicklaus sunk his putt for birdie with Jacklin 2 feet from the cup, and Nicklaus 4 feet, putting all the emphasis on Jacklin. Nicklaus, however, picked up Jacqueline's marker in front of 8,000 spectators, relinquishing the putt that would have tied the game. He shook his hand, and the Ryder Cup was shared for the first time. "I don't believe you would have missed that, Tony," Nicklaus later told Jacqueline, "but I didn't want to give you the opportunity." It's wonderful to see professional sportsmen respecting their opponents and, as a result, the game. Sport is at its finest when it's played fairly and with respect for the other team, but as we've seen, this isn't always the case. If you know of other sportsmanship displays, do share them with us in the comments down below, and we'll catch you guys later in another video. Bye now!